2022 park board meeting. Scott, you got the floor.
Okay, thank you. Hopefully everybody got a copy of the minutes from the previous meeting and had a chance to review those. And I did give you a copy here in case you want to go back. If you have any questions, otherwise we'll come back to them. Also on the agenda, we haven't heard from the DNR. It's March 2nd, but the clock is ticking, so we should hear from them anytime, hopefully, an approval of the grant process so we can get some of our projects up and running. I know we got a lot to do in a short amount of time, but again, they told us beginning March 1st we can start anticipating sometime that they'll let us know how things are going to go. So that's where we are on that. Baseball and softball, we have been inventorying equipment and the field needs. Actually, I got to drag the fields for the first time today, so and they're playing. We're ready to go. We did get a cut and level drag in, which is going to help get some of the clods of grass and the rocks and kind of level the drag out, the field out. It's not assembled yet, so it's sitting in my office. So that's
Where'd you get it from?
Spartan Athletics.
Yep.
It's like $900, I think is what it was. I didn't know if they sent the bill yet or not, because they just delivered it a couple days ago. They weren't expecting it yet. So. Also, field material's been ordered, but we haven't heard back from them yet. We're going to put 10 more tons on fields 1 and fields 2 in the back. Our sign-ups are underway, and just for comparison numbers, as of March 16th, 1 year ago, we had 25 kids signed up. As of March 16th, 1 year ago, we had 25. As of today, we already have 50 kids signed up for our baseball and softball program. So we're doing quite well on that. Also, we had 31 teams last year. Each one was sponsored. We had 13 banners. So far, we have 16 team sponsors already with 10 brand new sponsors on board. And we already have 9 banners. 6 of those are brand new banners that we didn't have in the past. So on our forms, we do have a place where parents or families can sponsor their team, and that's how we picked up some more of those. And we've also, I sent some letters out, and we've had great response on that so far. So we get 6 brand new banners and 10 brand new team sponsors that we didn't have a year ago. We do have letters out, getting quotes for shirts and hats and other equipment. We're waiting, those are due back at the end of the month of March. Just to try to get a good grasp on how much it's going to cost. We know already with the situation in the world that hats are going to be a little bit more, shirts are going to be a little bit more. So
Tough.
yeah.
Home for 4 hours trying to order tennis uniforms yesterday.
Yeah. So we're not going to be. I'm not going to be shocked when we see what the numbers are going to be. So, but quote sheets are out, and I sent it to everybody in the immediate area, either via email or I dropped them off, and we're waiting to get those back so we'll compare numbers and stuff like that. And those prices I asked for the best price, and they'll be good for the entire year. So that includes basketball shirts and all the other good stuff. So workouts and practices. Our deadline, by the way, our first deadline is March 25th, because last year we had a second sign up and the like, but we may not have to have a second sign up this year. But March 25th will be the deadline, which will help determine how many teams we actually have. And then if we have some spots still open, we will fill in with those. Also, let's see, we do have applications out in various spots around the community. Jenny's Pizzeria has some, Boneyard has some, Champ Sports has some. I did send some to the area schools and try to get those out in the area schools. And we also have an opportunity where we're going to do some remote sign-ups next week. The park committee is going to help volunteer and man some of those sites. Actually, this Saturday, we're going to be here at the community center from 10 to noon for those that can't get here during the normal hours during the week. Monday and Wednesday next week we'll be at Gendy's from 6 until 8. And then next Tuesday and Thursday we'll be at Boneyard from 6 to 8, taking applications and payments for our program. And if anybody has any questions, feel free to call me. We have information on the radios, we have information in the newspaper, we also have information on Facebook. So, and we're getting great response, like I said. Also, forms are available here at the community center in the Hanover Parks and also at the Hanover Town Hall if you're looking for applications. So we got plenty of papers. Also, along with that, I'm going to have some team members as part of my staff. So we have applications now available if somebody's looking for a summer job as an umpire, scorekeeper, field maintenance, working concessions. We're taking applications now. We have those forms here at the park office and also at town hall. What I did reach out to the kids that worked for us last year to see how many is coming back, and I can report that probably 80% are going to come back that worked for us last year in some capacity. So that'll give me some kind of idea how many newbies we'll have to fill in those spots. So if anybody's interested in a summer job, feel free to stop by town hall or here at the park office, and we'll get you an application and answer whatever questions you might have. Let's see, that kind of covers that. Co-ed softball, working closely with Kevin and Colin. They do a great job with the Co-ed softball league, the Hanover Bush League is what they call it, but they're not Bush at all by any means. They already have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tournament Saturdays set up, and I've got that on our calendar here. And I told them those are tentative, obviously, as long as it doesn't conflict with something else we already have going on. And I told them the November 12th might conflict a little bit with our Tinsel Twinkle Trail stuff, but they've got several other things going on. But their first tournament's going to be March 12th, which is a week from this Saturday. So they'll be ready to go. Also, when they do play their league games will not interfere with our youth programming. They'll either play on Sundays while our youth programming is going on, or they'll wait till July and start their adult programming. So they're great to work with. And as you well know, they gave us a $4,000 gift to use to offset the cost of our programming and everything. And also, they've announced via their little website that they're sponsoring 30 additional kids if one of their parents plays in their co-ed softball league. So Kevin's kind of heading that thing up too. So they do a great job supporting us and supporting the community, and they just keep giving and giving and giving. I think they ordered a skid of chalkboards too to offset the cost of some of our programming. So do a great job. The men's basketball league does start this coming Sunday. For those who like to come over, we'll play in the Blue Gym at Southwestern High School, behind Southwestern High School. We have 6 teams participating, and want to come on over, and you'll see some familiar faces out there playing and probably officiating. So we'll play at 1, 2, and 3 on Sundays. We'll play 2 Sundays, then we'll take off spring break Sunday. We'll play 2 more Sundays, take off for Easter, 2 more Sundays, take off for Mother's Day, and then finish up at the end of May. So we're making sure the guys don't get their moms mad on Mother's Day and they're home for Easter too. So everybody's got their schedule in hand. So Easter egg hunt, community Easter egg hunt, similar to what we did last year. It is the Saturday before Easter weekend. So it's not that same weekend, it's the Saturday before Easter weekend. That's what we did last year, April the 9th. And this year we're partnering up with the Chelsea Church of God. They actually contacted my office and wanted to do a community egg hunt here at the park on April the 9th. And so I said, well, we already got something planned, so I meet with them tomorrow evening here to start the process of planning our Easter egg hunt here at the park for the community. And I think they're going to be great partners, so looking forward to that. Senior meals, we're still serving on Mondays and Wednesdays. We're still working on our partnership to update that with the Boys and Girls Club, Lifetime Resources, Hanover College. Hanover College was on break this week, so they had a pitch-in. The car group that plays here on Monday had a big pitch-in. It was delicious. I appreciate them bringing a little extra for the parks rec. And then today, Ellen served up a meal of chili and hot dogs for those that were here too. So, they all enjoyed that stuff too. So Hanover College will be back on Monday and Wednesday next week for their normal program, normal meals. A couple other things, and Rick is not here, but Rick was approached by some young gentlemen in our community about Fireman's Park. Obviously, we have 3 parks in our community. We've talked about Rainbow Park and the updates we're doing over there. A lot of work going on here at Hanover Park, but Fireman's Park it's over there, someplace, wherever that direction is over there. And some kids came together, and Wyatt Smitley kind of head the group up, and they want to see some stuff done down there. Maybe paint that building, and get the basketball court leveled out and maybe get some trees planted down there. So we may have some youth in our community that wants to do community service, and it's kind of neat that they want to step up to do that. And they contacted Rick, and there's Wyatt Smitley and a couple other kids that are interested in doing that. So, and I'm sure there'll be more interest in doing things like that the more momentum we gain. And more excitement.
Going to do fundraisers?
They talked about doing fundraising, and it's very early in the stage of planning stuff like that. So, but obviously we do the basketball court, needs some attention down there, and and the park needs some attention too. And
And
that's
that-
one park we haven't really talked about.
That basketball court's used a lot.
It has been used a lot and will be used more. And we think it's a win-win. Not only will it get upgraded, but also they'll take ownership of it.
Right.
And they will help monitor what's going on down there, making sure that things that should be happening down there don't happen. So I think it's a win-win for us and win-win for the kids, so it's gonna be awesome. One other thing I've got is we are gonna host a golf scramble at Butler Falls Golf Course. Rick and Don are meeting and working with David Bright over there. It's gonna be on June the 4th. We're very early in the stages of planning that, but it's going to be kind of a Hanover Hackers golf scramble, so I can play. It has to say Hackers if I can play, because I'm not a very good golfer. But it's going to be a fundraiser for the park, and we'll get you more details as we get closer to it. But we chose that first Saturday in June because it's easier to promote the first Saturday than the second or third Saturday of the month. So, and I think we looked at some of the other activities going on around the area, and June 4th popped up as a good date to have it scramble over there. So that's the plan. And then Rick and Don are avid golfers, and they've been meeting with the guys over there. And we'll get you more information at the next meeting to let you, for sponsorships and the like. But I want to call it Hanover Hackers. They may call it something else. If the guys want to be hackers or not. Anyway, anybody have any questions?
Have you contacted Gold Medal? Are we still going to get supplies from them?
I am going to contact Gold Medal. I have not contacted them yet. We don't need more equipment, but we will need supplies. I was a little disappointed in their service toward the end of the baseball softball season because supplies were limited. Cheese was out and stuff like that, but maybe that was across the board because of the pandemic going around. But I will reach out to Gold Medal and check with them. Same with Coca-Cola. We're still on board with them. That's what that's there for our Coke machine in here. I order on Thursday for Coke, they deliver on Mondays. I order on Wednesday for Gold Medal, they get it here Thursday. So, yeah, I'll be reaching out to Gold Medal because for the most part they did a good job, but there's a couple of times we needed cheese, they didn't have cheese, and thankfully Wendy and Jenny stepped up and we borrowed some cheese from them. So.
Okay, so I hear good numbers so far.
Good, great numbers.
Okay, so if we hit the numbers we had last year, what's our number one issue?
Parking and restrooms, we have two issues. Yeah.
So I think we need to get on this back parking lot.
The back parking lot. And also the other thing, what we're going to do, and I've already talked to the Southwestern schools, once the high school softball season is over, they are going to allow us to use their high school softball field for some of our games. Now last year we used it maybe 2 nights for the whole year, for the whole season, but we'll probably more than likely be over there 2 or 3 nights every week. And obviously we'll have somebody over there monitoring the field and the like, and maybe have them run concessions, but that'll be a 4th field that we'll have available to us, and we'll probably maybe put the older girls over there playing, or we'll figure it out how the schedule work comes together, but that'll be a 4th field that we'll have access to, which will help alleviate some of the parking, but we'll still have all the other 3 fields going on. So,
Keith, what steps do we need to get taken?
I'll try to get with Scott, and we'll try to meet again with Mark Rogers over here, and just take a look at it. And, he had a couple of things he had on his wish list that we would help them do and trade. Find out from Devin what we need to do for the town so that we're protected. That it's not technically our property. In fact, we already encroach on their property sort of, but they've never cared because that's what Bill and Jim wanted to have happen. They wanted to be neighbors and friends of the park, but legally we're going to stand and put gravel out, do some things. He's not opposed to it at all. He totally understands. He was happy for
I
us.
think we definitely need to do that rather than having people parking down in the yards and everything else. We don't want to open that can of
Well,
worms for sure.
But if we're gonna put gravel and stuff down, we need to make sure it's our property. And
Yeah, that's what's-
then he can't say,
Well, the sidewalk that's through there right now is not our property.
Right.
We've got a sidewalk through it.
right,
So
We
that-
do have something in writing.
we do.
Yeah.
Not a verbal, but something.
You
No,
know,
that's what I said, we
he
need to
could-
get with Devin.
He could sell the place and,
We'll get with Devin and make sure what
Right.
we need to do.
right,
and also last year we had parking over by field number 2 and where the cul-de-sac was,
Yeah.
and we had parking over here by field number 1 in the corner, and we won't have those available
Sure.
to us this year
sure.
because they're continuing to build over there, and then the turners would really appreciate people not blocking them in their driveway and stuff like that. Now, there is a little, I think a piece of property we'll not be able to use over in that area for parking, but we need to create some more
It needs to be
spots.
dry, for sure. Something I was gonna bring up that came to my attention was, I'd seen on Facebook, and maybe you're already in communication, but Rick Russell and Andy Rickmer want to sponsor a car show in Hanover. So it's on Facebook right now. Do you know Andy Rickmer very well?
I know Andy
I know him
very
very well, so.
His boy has signed up for a program.
So I might reach out with Andy. They're actually asking for ideas, input, and thoughts. So maybe it could be in coordination with your weekend for your golf scramble or a concert or something we could do.
Yeah.
But I don't think they've got a specific date set, but they're looking for input. But they're wanting to put a big car show on.
I'll reach out to Andy.
So get a hold of Andy or
When
maybe
you're
one
ready
of
for
them.
both of them.
Yep, might reach out to them. It's on Facebook right now on Andy's page.
I'm pretty sure Rick Russell's grandkids will be playing out here too, so I mean,
Mm.
It's on their Facebook page
It's on Andy Rickmer's Facebook.
Yeah.
advertising a car show that has not been set up yet.
Well, they're
Interested in it.
interested in sponsoring one and want some input, some ideas and thoughts. They've talked about coordinating something with the campus to be able to take it out by the point, or stage cars maybe in the summer over through there too. I don't know.
Okay.
So the ideas are floating, the ideas are out there. I think it's
Great idea.
great.
Which is an
Don't know-
awesome idea.
Yeah, just don't know where or what, but I want to get that to you. I just seen it today. Shane's actually the one that showed me. I hadn't been on Facebook yet, but it just was on there today. So,
Good.
The counselor at the high school is really good about getting messages out about volunteer opportunities in school, like summer work. I was gonna say Lori Sly, but if I
Lori
get
Sly?
your email address, I'll email you her email. But
I
she's
know- I
really
know
good
Lori
at
too.
getting that, yeah, Lori's, yeah, she's really good about letting those kids know.
Okay, yeah.
And they're
Just get close to that time, have we had any discussion on any concerts?
actually, I had 2 agents contact me while I was going on vacation here. I've reached out to one of them, get back in touch with me to see what we can do. But really want to try to get with Scott and get some dates that we're going to work with. Last year's dates didn't work too great.
Yeah.
We want to make sure and avoid some of those. A couple of them were all right, but
Yeah,
a
There'll
couple
be
of
other
them.
opportunities
So,
and stuff
Oh,
like
yeah,
that.
she emailed her, she'll get it.
I'm wanting to try to get more of somebody else's input than just taking it. At that time, we didn't have Scott when I first started
Right.
doing it. Now we do. I'd like for him to think if it would coordinate well and get some other people excited about it. So. But now's the time to be doing it for sure.
I know that, that meeting for the entertainment for the county, Michael
Fortunato.
Fortunato, yeah. I haven't attended the last couple.
Yep.
Pretty sure you haven't attended
I
the last
haven't.
couple, so we need to get back on board with that.
Yep.
So I talked to a couple people, told them to make sure they send me an email on the next date they're gonna have a meeting, which will probably be another month or so, but,
Yep.
we need to make sure one of us, or somebody is at that, representing the town. Anybody else have anything else for Scott?
When you made the comment about the field mix has been ordered, are you counting my
I'm just,
conversation? with
what
him?
you, yeah, what you.
Yeah, they didn't have it in.
Right, yeah,
As soon as he gets it in, it's available to us, and then we gotta coordinate dry weather.
right.
So, wasn't in there. Next year, he told me that if he knows we wanna get 3 single axle loads a year, so he'll make sure he has that set in for us in the winter, so we can go get it while the ground's frozen, which I think is the best time.
Yeah.
Right now, you're gonna get real lucky to get dirt on the fields before, without making a mess. Gotta have a little bit of luck. I think it'd still be too wet this Friday.
Yeah. Problem.
Wish it would, because it'd be perfect to get it out there now.
Anything else?
I didn't know if you wanted to say anything about, the seniors have been made aware that the church could become a possibility, or, we met with them a couple of different times over here about possibly the Presbyterian Church becoming part of the town of Hanover's properties, and possibly the seniors going over there, so I think they're trying to set up a time where the seniors can go over and investigate that building to see if
He's working on that.
that's something they want to do.
I've sent an email out.
Yeah.
Well, easiest way that so that everybody's on the same page, I've just requested if the church would open it up, let us have like an open house.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Maybe some snacks and
Okay.
drinks over there. People could have a whole day, open it from 8 to 6 p.m. and people could come and go just to kind of explore it, take a look at it and see.
And there's all kinds of possibilities for that.
It's not set any which way. That's, the important thing, I guess, is there's nothing set in stone at all.
Right.
That we're even getting it, nor is it set in stone that
Right.
we think that's the best fit. We're
As
just
soon
trying.
as you mention it, we're getting it.
Well, we've heard that.
You know that's the case.
And we've
I've
tried to
already
emphasize
heard
to
from
them
the
over and over
college.
that it's not a done deal by any means.
Well, if we don't come up with a plan to do with it, I don't see us getting it.
Right.
They're not just gonna give it to us and it's just gonna sit there and we're not gonna do anything with it.
Yeah, the whole intent was, it's just sitting there and they want it to go to good use for our community. So I think if we could come up with some good uses in our community where it's helpful, you know, I think it'd be silly for us not to explore those ideas and thoughts.
Yeah, as long as we know the financial side.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, council's not talked about that at all.
No,
So my point is, why would you tell everybody before you've explored that?
I think because no matter how you look at that, you get the cart before the horse. It's
Well,
one
the
of those
cart
things-
is definitely before the horse now.
Well, no, I can see it and I disagree with it. I guess what I'm trying to say is this: no matter who you talk to, you're talking prematurely. If you talk to the whole, for one, you can't have the whole council involved until you bring it up here. Well, then it's already out to everybody because you have to have this conversation.
Yeah,
So-
but we've not had it. It's not been brought up to council.
It's been brought up to at least 2 members because that's all you can do. You can only communicate 2 at a time, it feels
But
like.
it's not been brought up at a council meeting
I don't disagree.
before it's gone out to everybody else. That's my point. As a council member, I don't like that. Yes, I know about it. The college told me about it. That's my point.
I think you just have discussions about it. There's nothing been decided in any way yet, so I don't think there's, at this moment, I don't think any harm's been done because no one really knows any plan or intent for it. It's just brought to our attention that it's a possibility and what are some of the possibilities it could be used for.
Right.
No decisions have been made or,
No, because
Discuss.
council has to make that decision.
so I think at this time, like I said, it's all it is at this moment is just ideas.
Anything else for Scott?
If anybody would like to volunteer, also, by the way, one week in March, March 21st, I'll have some volunteers manning my office. I'm going to be out of town that week, so it's going to be deadline week, but I've got some park committee members that are going to be in there, and I think some of the seniors are going to help me in the office hours too. So we'll still have regular office hours for people to drop off their applications that week of the 21st, but they won't be giving them to me. So,
I'll help you if you need it.
okay. I'm trying to work out a schedule where people
Yeah.
can sign up. Volunteer schedule.
Okay.
I'll accept the motion to adjourn. All in favor, say aye.
All right.